Qatar is a peninsula located in the eastern Arabian Gulf, bordering Saudi Arabia to the south and west, and the United Arab Emirates to the north. With a population of 2.6 million people, Qatar is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. The majority of residents are expatriates from other countries, with only about 15% of the population being Qatari citizens. Islam is the official religion of Qatar, and Arabic is the official language. Oil and gas exports have made Qatar one of the richest countries in the world, with a per capita income of $62,000 estimated. In addition to its rich natural resources of oil and gas, Qatar is also increasingly developing in tourism, attracting millions of visitors each year because of its diverse natural landscapes from sea to desert. Most modern architectures, from spectacular high-rise buildings to huge museums or massive shopping malls, were gathering the world's top famous brands along with other countless fascinating activities, a vibrant nightlife, a mysterious Arabian culture. Qatar has everything that any tourist also wants to experience. Qatar is also known for its hosting of international sporting events, such as the FIFA World Cup in 2022. Qatar recently constructed 8 new soccer stadiums to host FIFA World Cup 2022. So in this video, we are going to talk about 10 places you should visit in Qatar. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Corniche. The Corniche, Qatar, is a waterfront promenade extending for 7 kilometers along the Doha Bay in the capital city of Doha, Qatar. The corniche stretches from the Sheraton Park to the Museum of Islamic Art. It is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Qatar and provides stunning views of the skyline of West Bay. The Corniche, Qatar, was constructed in 1970 and underwent a major redevelopment in 1980. The redeveloped corniche now features a wide pedestrian walkway. The Corniche, Qatar, is a great place to take a leisurely stroll, relax in the gardens, or enjoy the views of the city. It is also a popular spot for locals and visitors alike to watch the sunset over the Doha Bay. So spending an evening in the Corniche is a must-do in Doha. Number 9. The Pearl Artificial Islands. One of the destinations that attract many visitors in Qatar is the artificial island, the Pearl. About 350 meters off the coast of Doha, Qatar, in West Bay Lagoon, the Pearl is the Qatar's most luxurious residential area. It's home to luxury villas, apartment buildings, 5-star hotels, and a complex with international shopping centers. If you want to find a place to enjoy the peaceful atmosphere with luxurious beauty, the Pearl Island is a great choice for you. The Pearl is also the area with the longest pedestrian street in the world. Along the 2 sides of the pedestrian street, you will see a series of luxury chain stores of La Croisette and upscale hotels. There are also many famous international chain stores. Number 8. Aspire Park. Aspire is one of the largest parks and one of the most scenic places in Qatar. Aspire attracts a large number of tourists to visit to experience, especially on weekends. Coming to the park, you can go for a walk, admire the unique architectures such as the Torch Tower, participate in picnics, enjoy cool breezes. The park is the perfect spot for a picnic on the grass, finding shade from the midday sun under the large trees and watching the children play. Alternatively, bring a good book and just relax on a bench. Aspire Tower, also located in this park, also known as the Torch Doha, is a 300-meter-tall skyscraper hotel located in the Aspire Zone complex in Qatar. Number 7. Qatar Cultural Village. This village owns many world-class works not only of Qatar, but also of the mysterious Middle East. Located on the east bank of Doha, Qatar has its own historical values of the country and the people of Qatar. The buildings at Qatar were built according to Fariji's own architectural style. Many works bring typical values such as the giant mosque, the open-air theater, the exhibition hall, the museum. The village is funded by a project to preserve Qatari culture and contribute to cultural exchange with other countries. Named after Qatar, the ancient name of the Qatar Peninsula, it helps visitors better understand Qatari culture. Number 6. Al Zubarah Fort. The Al Zubarah Fort is a well-preserved 18th-century fort located in the town of Al Zubarah on the northwestern coast of Qatar. It was built by the ruler of Qatar at the time, Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al Thani, to defend against attacks from neighboring Bahrain. The fort was used as a base for pearl diving and fishing operations, as well as a defense against pirates. It continued to be used for these purposes until the early 20th century when it was abandoned. In 1983, the fort was restored and opened to the public as a museum. Since then, it has been one of Qatar's most popular tourist attractions. This place is still quite unspoiled and surrounded by sand valleys stretching endlessly. From the outside, the tower exudes the beauty of solitude, but is very majestic and full of pride. Number 5. Qatar National Library. The National Library of Qatar is 138 meters long, almost the length of two 747 planes, which is a tourist attraction for Qatar. The architects thought that they could achieve this by building the work into a large hall, not divided into many small areas, especially not divided into many floors. The architects took a flat surface and folded it at the edge to create a storage area for books, while easily entering the center of the room. You will immediately enter a place surrounded by many books, right in front of your eyes, easy to grasp without any effort. With the National Library of Qatar, the architects wanted to express the vitality of books, among which are the rarest and most important manuscripts of the Middle East. Number 4. Museum of Islamic Art. This is the world's largest Islamic art museum and also a famous tourist attraction in Qatar not to be missed. It displays many valuable artifacts such as ceramics, jewelry, textiles, glasses, metals from Spain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, India, and Central Asia. The museum is designed with a unique cubic architecture consisting of 5 floors. The Museum of Islamic Art is always brilliant whether it is day or night, making the surrounding space always fanciful and appealing. This building was designed by a very famous Chinese-American architect who designed the glass pyramid of the Museum Louvre, IMP. This is the place to collect documents, artifacts, records of 3 continents over a period of 1400 years ago. Number 3. National Museum of Qatar. This is one of the eye-catching buildings you should not miss when visiting Doha, Qatar. The state-of-art of architecture of the museum with the main white background, with many complex shapes and elements designed meticulously and sophisticatedly. Inspired by a desert rose, a rare natural phenomenon that only appears in Qatar under certain weather conditions, this work attracts the curiosity of many visitors. The National Museum is also a destination that attracts a large number of visitors. The building is dominated by white, with elaborately designed shapes and lines designed by famous architect John Neuville. The National Museum of Qatar is a place to keep evidence of the history of a country with a tendency to inherit the future. The museum complex includes the palace of Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al Thani. Inside the building is a series of galleries displaying artifacts and pictures from each period. Exploring this museum will help you gain insight into the history of an interesting country, but mysterious also. Number 2. Souk Waqif. Souk Waqif is a traditional marketplace with a long history. Stopping by Souk Waqif Market, you will see countless stalls, large and small shops across its alleys with a variety of items from clothes, shoes, towels, perfumes, fragrance oils. Souk Waqif also home to many traditional restaurants and cafes, serving the dining needs of visitors. If you have not discovered Souk Waqif during your Qatar trip, you have not set foot in Doha. Under the changes of time, the rapid rise of skyscrapers, but this market has remained the same over the years, still bringing the inherent magic, like a bazaar that never changes. There's no better place to get to know Doha's unique culture than sitting at one of the outdoor cafes in this area. Historically, this used to be a place to trade wool and daily necessities. Souk Waqif is famous as a very crowded tourist destination. Visitors walk in the alleys to see its old-style architecture, the bustling atmosphere, colorful stalls, and buy some very special meaningful souvenirs, gifts such as handicrafts, embroidery, housewares, and rugs. Number 1. Doha. Doha, Qatar is a fascinating place with a rich culture and history. Located on the Persian Gulf, It is a popular tourist destination for its beaches, museums, and mosques. Doha is also the capital of Qatar, making it an important political and economic center in the region. The city was founded in the 18th century by the Al Thani clan and has since grown into a thriving metropolis. Despite its modernity, Doha retains its traditional Arabic charm. This is evident in its architecture, which features many Islamic influences. The city is also home to numerous parks and gardens, as well as several world-class museums.